Come to this great platform. Happy New Year again. It is another time to do some studies. It's another time to acquire knowledge. It is another time to allow yourself to be impacted on with information. You see, the world now has gotten to a place where they call the IT world. That is information technology. Information technology. And we have to really catch up. Why? God's children are the ones that are behind the world. In everything, we are behind. We don't even know our bearing. We don't even know where we stand. So we cannot even progress because if we don't know our bearing, how do we move? Which direction do we go to? Now, let me tell you this. Thousands of years ago, God revealed to Daniel, who wrote the book of Daniel, about how God is going to make knowledge in abundance in our modern time. Look at Daniel's time. We are talking about Daniel's time. We are talking about almost 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. When God told Daniel to put in the records in the book of Daniel that in the end, wisdom shall abound. That means there will be a lot of knowledge, information. Look at the source of this information I'm telling you. Where is it coming from? The scriptures, from the Bible. What we call the divine constitution. Now, this is God's source of information. But look at what has happened. God's own children, whose father gave the information, are behind. We don't even understand anything. Look at the way we do things. Our knowledge is backward. That is why for you to succeed this year, it will take you to get information. Tell the people who are somewhere, you know, friends, relatives, tell them to listen to me, not because I want them to know anything about kingdom, but they will get knowledge free of charge. I will not charge you anything. I will give you knowledge because God's knowledge is abound. But now, do you know what is going on? The children of the source of the knowledge are behind. Rather, the devil, who is not the source of the knowledge, his children are progressing. They are going forward. They are doing everything. It's sad. Let me tell you some mystery. You hear microchip. Where is it coming from? This whole thing about computer, your phone, your computer, your laptop, they all depend on the concept of the microchip coming from the raw material, silica. Where is it coming from? Common rock, stone. Common rock, stone. That is what is keeping memory, storage, information. Look at the kind of information your phone can carry. That is what you call the gigabytes. Look at the type of information that the phone can retell you everything accurately. It's coming from a common stone rock. Now, how did the science get this information? Go back to go back to Joshua 24:27. Joshua told the children of Israel that today this stone shall be a witness, for it has heard everything that God told us and I told you. So that one day when you get up and deny it, the stone shall be a witness. How come Joshua was able to say this? Because Joshua knew some signs that stones can record information. Jeremiah the prophet, the same thing. He said, O earth, record. Can you imagine? Jeremiah 22:29. Jeremiah knew that the earth can record. Why? Because stones are inside the earth. Can you imagine? These are mysteries. These are science mysteries. Before there was a science, these guys brought all this knowledge. In fact, if I want to tell you, I'll tell you so much. Why? I have read this Bible 600 times. I keep on telling you. Because I want to know what is inside. And God made it possible because I will impact it to you who has no time to read the Bible. The last time we talked about our success will come from what the wisest man told us in Proverbs 20:12. The wisest man told us something. He said, the eyes and the ears, or the hearing ears and the seeing eye, the Lord made them both. Then I ask you a question. Our hands, our legs, our stomach, the Lord didn't make them. He made them. But why did the wise man select only 2 organs? Because those are the source of your success. The seeing eye, what does it see? The hearing ear, what does it hear? My goodness. Before we talked about that, I told you earlier on that those of you who are busy hoping on working for somebody to collect pay, and you retire, you have nothing. And when you even retire, you cannot sustain yourself. You'll be sick and you just die. It doesn't make sense. Look at rich people. They die and leave wealth and property for their children. So do you think they were suffering when they were old? No, they can never be suffering. They have a lot to live on. How? They are just like you. That's why the wisest man said the eye and the ear. The rich man has the same eye and the same ear you have. Oh, no difference. How can he was rich? How can he succeeded? He used his hearing ear wisely. He used his seeing eye wisely. Now let's go back to those of you who are slaves because you are working for people. Now somebody decides to pay you what he wants to pay you, whether it will reach you, your wife, your children, your house bills, your expenditure or not, the person doesn't care. As I'm talking right now, somebody takes home, a take home pay is 500 Ghana, some 1,000, some 2,000, 3,000. What can this do to you? The last time I heard on the radio, a media woman, she was saying that she used to fill her tank with petrol 350 Ghana to last her the whole week. Now the petrol has increased. When she went, she has to spend over 500 Ghana. Meanwhile, her pay has not changed. So you see how the difficulty is? That is a media presenter. How about those who are roaming about, they don't have any better job? Why are you making yourself a slave when God did not create you a slave? Every successful man or woman became successful because they were able to use their eye and their ear. Let me give you a very powerful example. Bill Gates, the richest man, or among the richest man. Bill Gates was an ordinary slave working at IBM. IBM is one of the oldest companies in computers. IBM is a big company. My friend works there. His senior brother works there. They have taken me to the company. We have gone around. I know IBM very well in New York. That company was where Bill Gates was working as an ordinary worker. And all he knew was that a computer was a huge room. Then he told his professors that, look, we can do this thing small. They won't listen. They shut him down. And he decided to quit and went home and sat in his garage. And look at Bill Gates today. A slave like you. Today, Bill Gates is one of the richest. Just 3-4 days ago, I heard on the news, his company, Microsoft, is buying a game business. Almost 50 billion. Almost 70 or 50 billion. What is that? Look at that game. Games. I don't even think I can even have 1 minute to spend on games. For what? And some of you grown-ups, you spend more than 1 hour on games. Sad. It's very, very sad. Bill Gates used to be a slave working for IBM. Today, Bill Gates makes computers and IBM come and order and buy. The same Bill Gates. He's the same Bill Gates. What has changed in him? He has discovered what is inside him. He has ignored what he learned from school, the skill. But he brought out what is inside him. When he went to school, do you think he knew that there was something inside him? No, he didn't know. But it was when they rejected his idea that made him angry and he left. You see? So my brother, my sister, if Bill Gates made it, you can also make it. Look at Steve Jobs. Look at Amazon, the owner of Amazon. Look at all these guys that are wealthy. They didn't make it with any unique science rocket. No. They made it with their simple eye and ear. Now I'm coming back to you. The eye and the ear, what is it unique about them? Let me give you one example of myself. Because I spend my eyes watching documentaries, one of the documentaries I like to watch is a documentary on rich people. Somebody will say, Prophet, why do you spend money to watch people who have made it and they are enjoying? Oh, you don't know. I learn a lot from them that makes me succeed. How did they succeed? You see it in their documentary. Do you know, so many years back, I used to get up when I have free time that I didn't even know Kingdom. I just drive around Accra, around those who send things from abroad, use things, baller things. And then when I go, I take my time and look. Sometimes I'll be buying something, and the owner of the things is asking me, now we cry at the day. They'll be asking me, what is it? Then I say, me too, I'm going to go and find out. But I'm buying it. I should tell you what it is and you change the price. No. Then I'll buy the thing. I know what it is because I learned from some place. I watch rich people's show, documentary. So I know valuable things, expensive things. And I go around, these rich people have used it and thrown it away. Some Ghanaian abroad has carried it as a baller and brought it, but does not know the value of it. When I take it from that place, only God knows how much money I make from the rich because they come to me. They say, Charlie, haven't you got something new? So they even took me to your house, gave me their phone number. When you get something new, just call me. That is what your eye can do. Beloved, remain here. We are going to come more and then share this video to as many people because that is what will bring your success because we are bringing you more. God bless you.